Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I am excited. Woo! You know why? You know why? Because I get to speak about Jesus. Because I get to speak about Jesus. I love talking about Jesus. Now, for my theologians in here, those of you who study the Bible, hand down. I didn't ask a question yet. Crazy. What part of the Bible do we go to if we want to learn about Jesus?
Jesus!
Which part?
Jesus!
The Gospel? You can even Matthew, Mark, whatever. Who said it? Who said it? Who said all of it? All of it? Okay, that's the answer. All of it! Genesis is about Jesus. Exodus is about Jesus. Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, they're all about Jesus. This evening, we're doing a series on the life of the Gospel, of the life of Moses. Moses is in the what we call the Old Testament. But look, it's all one book, and it's all about Jesus. So we're studying from the book of Exodus. And last night, we learned that sometimes mean things happen in this world. This is not a nice world. Because the Egyptians did what? Made what of the Hebrews? What did they turn them into? Slave. You do not want to be a slave. I'm telling you, it is worse than being a boy staff. Boy, I can't live in water, being a slave. It's worse than that. Okay, you do not want to be a slave. They beat them, they can kill them. If you got tired, they can do all kinds of stuff to you. They even made them make brick without straw. Get your own straw. And you still have to make the same number of bricks every night. And then, if that wasn't enough, the Pharaoh said, I don't want to be overthrown by these people, so I'm going to do what to all the children? Kill them. But by faith, Yocheved, a Hebrew woman, took her son and put him in a basket. In the Nile River is crocodiles and hippopotamuses and dangerous snakes and rapids and rocks and all that stuff. But God protects. And God protected the child and not only left him alive, but brought him supernaturally to the perfect person. The daughter of Pharaoh. God's orchestrating all of this. He's in charge of all this. People say, how do you believe the Bible's true? I mean, come on, it's true. No, because it's so amazing. It all fits together perfectly. And Pharaoh's daughter, instead of doing what she was supposed to do, which is saying, this is a Hebrew child, let's bring it to the garden and kill it, she adopted that child and brought him up. And that child grew up and became Moses. Was Moses a good person or a bad person? No, he was a bad person. He was a sinner, just like you and me. He thought he could take over Egypt with his own strength, with his brashness, with his youth and vitality, and he thought he'd slaughter an Egyptian and he'll show them. That didn't really work very well for him. And so he was sent out into obscurity to live a simple life as a shepherd. Married a woman, and he had horrible creatures living among him. What were they called? Children, that's right. They had children. They were not creatures. Have you seen how much they eat? And what they do to the toilet seat? Have you seen what they do to the refrigerator? They eat out of the refrigerator and drip it all over. It's disgusting. I have no idea where my children learned to do that. Anyway. I still do. Anyway. And so God brought Moses, and now he was humble. And then God said, Moses, I want to use you. And he said, no, not me. You can't use me. Because I don't know how to speak. I don't even know your name. I don't know anything. They're not going to listen to me. I'm not powerful. I have no power. I got nothing. I don't even know how to talk. And God, instead of saying, I am the Lord, you're going to do what I say. God was good to him and kind and said, I will send a helper to you. Because sometimes when we need help, God helps us through other human beings. I've certainly been helped many times through other human beings. And Moses was too, through his brother Aaron. And when we left last night, they were heading towards Egypt. Okay? Now, if you're Moses, and by the way, Egypt wants to kill you because you're still have a death warrant out for you because you killed an Egyptian. And if you're Aaron, who's a Hebrew slave, and you're walking towards Egypt, the most powerful kingdom in the world, and towards Pharaoh, he doesn't have to get Congress, he doesn't have to get the Senate to agree in the Supreme Court to say, okay, yeah, you can kill these people. All he has to say is, kill them. That's all he has to do. He has the power of the sword. Life and death is in his hand. He's the most powerful being on the planet, and they're going to go tell him what to do. Sometimes God has us do things that are pretty scary. But it wasn't because of Moses' power, because of God's power. I'd be pretty scared. Who here would be scared to go up in front of Pharaoh and tell him what to do? Yeah, everybody's got their hand up to tell the truth, and everybody has their hand down is either sleeping or lying. Either way, stop it.
I just broke my
Pharaoh. They were going to go in front of Pharaoh and do these things. Amazing. Amazing. God wants to get somebody's attention. He knows how to do it. Now, understand that Pharaoh is king. So this is a crown that represents Pharaoh. It's in Pharaoh's name. I'm going to make red letters with black ink. I think you've seen that happen already.
We have.
Margaret. The new piece. I'll show you something new. I think you're the lake and chop the piece. Nice. Nothing like some violence to keep the kids away. Pharaoh. Wrong there.
You should probably put your water bottle on this cup.
I think I will.
I'll get it.
And they went before Pharaoh. Now Pharaoh, Egypt was not an atheist country. Does anybody know what atheist means? What does atheist mean?
No.
You forgot, okay. Who else? Just shout it out. Yeah, doesn't believe in God. Okay, so a lot of people in our country, say that we live in an atheist country. I actually don't believe we do. I think everybody believes in God, but we suppress the truth. But that's for another talk. But Egypt was not an atheist country. They believed that there were supernatural things. They believed in gods. And I put lowercase g because that's what you do when you're not talking about the true God. They believed that the sun was a god. They worshiped Almighty Sun. They worshiped the Nile River. The Nile River was a god, Almighty River. They worshiped the moon as a god. They worshiped the crops as a god. They worshiped animals as gods. Are they true gods? No. So there are people out there that believe in gods. As Bible-believing Christians, we're not the only ones that believe in a God. But if you're not believing in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God that sent Moses, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, then the type of God that you have is called a false God. Another term for a false God begins with an I and ends in a dot. An idol. Very good. An idol. We live in a country today with lots of idols. And we may not carve a picture of a goat and worship it, but we worship our money and we worship our fame and our cars and even our sports teams. Patriots are okay. You can get really excited about that. But anybody else, and we anything that we put in God's don't make fun of me. Anything that we put in God's place is an idol. Even going to church can be an idol. I go to church, therefore God's going to like me. No, God doesn't like you because you go to church. You go to church because you like God, and God likes you, not in order to get God to like you. But that's for a little bit later. We'll talk about that in the coming days. So the Egyptians were not an atheist country. In fact, what we'll put here is, I always have trouble spelling Egyptian. Why do I have trouble spelling Egyptian? I'm not Canadian.
Told us what it was before we even.
I know, but I still have trouble spelling it. For some reason, I want to get the letters wrong, so I have to be careful. I have to use my thinking. Okay, I think I spelled it right. Did I spell it right?
Egyptian. Yeah.
So the Egyptians had false gods. And what God was going to say is, I'm the real God. And Moses went in front of Pharaoh, and through Aaron he spoke, and he said, let my people go! The Lord of my fathers commands you. Commands the Pharaoh? You command me? Yeah, commands you to let my people go. And the Pharaoh said, I don't know your God. Which God is that? We have sorcerers, false people, but do you know this Hebrew God? I don't know this Hebrew God. No, I'm not going to let your people go. He said, no. Now you can say no to God. As human beings, we're the only thing that God created that can say no to him. Basically us and angels. That's it. The sun goes up and down because God says so. The ocean comes this far and no further because God said so. The stars go exactly where God wanted them to do and even make pretty pictures. The mountains go as high as God wants them to, and the valleys go as low as God wants them to. God tells everything what to do and they obey it. As human beings, God says do something and we say no. And we're sort of born with that, aren't we? You know, when a baby's born, you know what the first word they say is?
No.
That's right, they have to say wah. But that translated from baby is no. Because babies know how to say no. Because as human beings, we are rebellious. And that rebellion is that stinky inner nastiness. What's that called? Sin. And who's got it? All of us. That's right. And some people say, you religious people, you're always like telling people they're sinners and how awful they are. No, but we're telling them we are too. We're all sinners. Every one of us. And there are consequences. When Pharaoh said no to God, God sent plagues. Now who's in charge of the universe? Is it the people who live in the universe or the one who made the universe?
God.
Right. In fact, check this out. I wanted to share Psalm 24:1. Is that one of your memory verses? Because if it isn't, maybe it should be. It's a real good one. Psalm 24:1 says, a Psalm of David, the earth is the Lord's and all the fullness thereof. So what belongs to the Lord? The earth. You guys are theologians. Some people think that kids aren't that smart. I'm actually kind of weird. I think kids are smart. I think every single one here can understand the Bible. I think you can understand what God wants you to know. You're smart enough to get this. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and those that dwell in it. For he founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers. We're supposed to worship the one who created the seas and the rivers that created everything. But Pharaoh said no. And so there are consequences. God has every right to send consequences. When Pharaoh said no, he went out to the Nile River to do his bathing or swimming or whatever the Pharaoh did in the Nile. You know the Egyptians worshipped the Nile as a god? They thought he was a river god. And what God did was he turned the Nile into blood. How disgusting is that? Not only did he turn it into blood, but the Bible says, if you read carefully, that all the cisterns, all the different, the cistern is sort of like a container that you would hold water in, so it wasn't necessarily connected to the Nile at the time. Those all turned into blood too. If you had any bit of the Nile in any cups, they turned to blood. That is a supernatural event. That doesn't happen naturally. But here's the thing. The Pharaoh, he got his magicians, and he said, can you do the same thing? And you know what? Here's what's really interesting. They could. They did it. They turned the Nile into blood as well. How did they do that? Are they worshiping the true God?
Illusion.
No. Was it an illusion like what I do? No, I don't think so. You know, there are other supernatural beings. Yes? Satan is giving them power. There is a Satan and there are demons. This is real easy. This is spiritual. Here's what you need to know about spiritual warfare. I won't make it too complicated. God made humans. God made giraffes. God made hamsters. God made flowers. He made trees. He made rhinoceroses and hippopotamuses and geckos. He also made angels. Angels is just one of the things that God made. Now, unlike all the other things like birds and trees and stuff, angels are spirits, which means they don't have a physical body. Okay? So angels are just beings that God created. We don't become angels when we die. Some TV shows teach that. That's not how it works. Angels are different than humans. They're spirits. You usually can't see them. Sometimes they make themselves seen and they even appear to be human. And you can even think they're human. But for the most part, you don't see them. And some of them have rebelled against God. Just like some humans have rebelled against God. The leader of the bad angels is Satan, and all the ones that work for him are demons, and they're all going to lose in the end. And that's what you need to know about spiritual warfare. It's like God wins. But there is a devil out there, and there are demons. And there are people that get power from them. One of my best friends, he works with me, he used to be a witch. He was actually into witchcraft before he got saved. And he tells me, he says, Mark, there is power in Satan. You can get power and do magical things. But God's power is so much stronger. So you don't want to mess with the demons. And when Moses went to Egypt to go before Pharaoh and before all of Pharaoh's sorcerers, they were steeped in demonic oppression. They were so influenced by Satan. Do you think Moses is powerful enough to battle Satan? No. But he went in God's power. Guys, we're not powerful enough to battle Satan either. But when we go in God's power, well, you're going to see what happens. Satan's going to get a whooping. And he always does. Now, if you were king of Egypt, and Moses came to you and said, let my people go, and you said no, and the consequence was your river god turned into blood, you would think, oh, your God is the true God. Okay, whatever you want. But anytime God speaks to you, whether it be through reading his word most of the time or hearing preaching, you have an opportunity. You can make a choice. You can say, I yield. I obey God. I'm going to do what God says. Or your heart can get hard. In fact, the Bible says that your heart can get seared. Seared is sort of, I'm familiar with seared because I don't know how to grill a steak. I can't do it. I ruin it every time. Anytime, you ever try to eat a steak that's been on the grill way too long? And what does it become? How would you describe the texture of it?
Rubber.
Yeah, it's hard, it's nasty, it's brittle, it's gross, and it's called seared. Okay? Our hearts can become seared. Not physically, like they don't actually be, but God refers to our hearts as being seared. Because we're not listening to God, we're not soft to him. And that's what happened to Pharaoh. Well, don't mess with God too much, because there are consequences. Not only did the Nile turn to blood when Pharaoh said no again, frogs came to the land. I always thought this was cute. Like, wow, I like frogs. I go into the pond and catch a frog. But you don't want frogs like this. This isn't just like, oh, look at you, frog, I'm only a frog. Isn't that? This is frogs everywhere. It would be all over you. You wouldn't be able to escape. Like the stink. Can you imagine the stink from them just going to the bathroom and the frog pee juice all over the place? And they're in your bed. They're in your food. They're in your cupboard. They're in your bathroom. They're everywhere. And the whole country was littered with frogs. Nasty, disgusting creatures. But Pharaoh still had a hard heart. So what's going to happen next? God sent gnats. Horrible little creatures that bite you all over the place. Who likes mosquito bites? Yeah, you don't want gnats all over the place, and they would destroy the crops and do all kinds of awful stuff. There are consequences to saying no to God. And here's the crazy part. The more we say no to God, the easier it is to continue to say no to God. You know, it actually is a good thing when you get caught doing something naughty, because it stops you from getting away with it and having your heart turn hard. I want you to say gnats, but another plague was flies. Yeah, that would do a number on the cross. And then, if that weren't bad enough, oh, nothing there. If that weren't bad enough, the livestock died. The animals died. Livestock. You need livestock? Yeah, you need livestock. How do you get your hamburgers? Man, McDonald's would go out of business. Actually, McDonald's would not go out of business, because I don't think McDonald's actually makes hamburgers out of actual meat. Yeah, so, and like, as long as they can get plastic, they'll be fine. The next one. Boils. This was the first one to actually affect the people's skin themselves. Boils all over your body. Ah, it'd be horrible. And at this point, Pharaoh will say, okay, you can let the people go, but only if you go, like, only if the men go. Don't take the women, don't take the kids. Don't take your livestock. I don't want you to go. He's putting limits on God. He still wants to be in control. And that's what same thing with us. When we read the Bible, this book, it's like a mirror. You don't say, oh, look, those stupid Egyptians. You look at us and you say, oh, I can do that too. Sometimes I say, okay, God, I'll be a missionary, but only if it's like not to a bad country. Like, I don't want to go to Canada. You know, or maybe like, I don't want to go anywhere where there's snakes, or I don't want to go anywhere, or okay, I'll witness, I'll share my faith, but I don't want to share my faith with people who smell bad. Or I don't want to, don't we put limits on God? And it's wrong, we shouldn't do it. We should say, God, whatever you want. Pharaoh still said no, so he sent hail.
In the Nile?
Pharaoh still said no. Can't see where I put my next thing.
Locusts.
So he sent locusts.
That's cool.
Pharaoh still said no. Nothing there. That's okay. I'll just paint it like I did it on purpose. See, that's what you do. You pretend that you did it. When you make a mistake, you just pretend that you did it on purpose. I hope I'm not saying this out loud. I hope I'm just thinking it. Good. All right. And then the next plague was. And this is an interesting one. Dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay. Good. I didn't miss any. Darkness. Imagine darkness. Like, close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes?
Yep.
That's not darkness. Because you know how you can still kind of see light coming through a little bit? And still you can see like a little bit of redness coming through? Okay, open your eyes now. Darkness, it says that people couldn't even see each other. Like, no stars, no moon. All the street lights in Egypt stopped working. No street lights back then. But the stars, the moon, all that, utter darkness to the point that you can't even leave your house because you would hurt yourself for 3 days. That is a long 3 days. And get this, Pharaoh wanted to know what was going on. He went to find out about Goshen, which is the city where the Hebrews lived, which is right next door. They had light there. Imagine that. So it wasn't some like, this is sort of crazy, solar eclipse. No, this was a supernatural. God did a miracle, darkness. And then God said through Moses, there's going to be one final plague. And this is going to be the one that's going to let my people go. And this is a horrible one. I hate it. The death of the firstborn child. But here's the thing. When God gives a consequence, He also gives a way of escape. And I love that about God, that He gives a way of escape. He says, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a lamb. Here's a lamb right here. And I want you to, the lamb needs a little face and maybe some ears and maybe some feet. And I want you to take the lamb. And I want you to, everybody take their finger, other side, and kill it. And kill the lamb. In fact, I want you to take the lamb without blemish. So a lamb that was perfect. Because when you're a shepherd and you have lots of lambs, there's some really, really good ones, and then there's ones that are kind of scraggly and broken legs and broken arms. And yeah, fine, we'll kill those. Who cares? No, I want you to take a perfect one. And I want you to kill it. And I want you to, first of all, you need a head. And I want you to take some thistle, which is green, and I want you to dip it in the blood and put it on the doorpost of your house. That's weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird? And if you do that, then when I send death, God says, if you do that, take a lamb that did nothing wrong and kill it, then when I send death for your house, your house, I will pass over your house. You will not have death because of this. And some people, they believe God and they did what they were told. They took their lamb. Did the lamb do anything wrong? No, because the lamb wasn't bad. But some people said, that's stupid. How is killing a lamb going to save us? That's dumb. And they go, that's stupid. I don't believe that. And to them, they experience death. This is very important. I want you to understand this. Remember I told you about how God sends little pictures, little teaser trailers, kind of like when you're waiting for a movie to come out, and you see little previews here and there, until finally you see the movie and you go, oh, I get how it all goes together. I see how it all works together. This is one of the big ones. Did the lamb do anything wrong? No. Did the lamb die? Yes. Did the lamb deserve to die? No. Did the people do anything wrong?
Yes.
Yes. How do you know? Well, better than that, how do you know that anybody, like let's say I introduce you to somebody you've never met, how do you know that they've done something wrong?
They're human.
Because we're all sinful, every single one of us. Do the humans deserve to die?
Yes.
Yes. So check this out. Because of an innocent lamb died, the humans get to go free. And that is a picture, a teaser trailer, a preview, if you will, about what Jesus is going to do someday. When he sheds his blood, did Jesus do anything wrong? No. Did he deserve to die? No. But he died for you and me. And if we have Jesus' blood covering us, then God's wrath will pass over us. And if we don't, we'll get exactly what we deserve. The wages of sin is death. Now, we understand in America what wages mean. Wages is what you earn. You work for a company, and at the end of the week you say, I want my wages. That's what I earn. You know what we earn? Because we lie and we steal and we covet and we want things that don't belong to us and we don't listen to our parents and we don't put God first. You know what our wages are? What we deserve? Death. Never ask God for what you deserve. Never, ever, ever ask God for what you deserve. You do not want what you deserve. You want mercy. And God is willing to give you mercy. Here's the thing. I can say I'm willing to give you mercy, but I don't have the power to give you mercy. You know, I'm just Mark. I have no power to give you eternal mercy. But God, when God says he can give you mercy, he actually means it and can do something about it. Because unlike the false gods of Egypt,
True God. The Lord is the true God.
ID. And by ID. The Lord is a true ID.
my hand's getting tired.
No, it's the true God.
You're correct.
The Lord is the true God. He's the living God. He's the one that created the world. He's the one that created everything. He's the one that put existence into existence. He's the one that said, let there be light, and there was light, and he didn't even have any light bulbs. He made it out of nothing. Now get this. Plagues are not just some random thing. The Egyptians worshipped false gods. The Egyptians worshipped the Nile as a god. They actually thought the river was a god. And God turned the Nile into blood. The Egyptians worshipped frogs. If you go to Egypt today, archaeologists will uncover, will show you statues with frog heads. They thought frogs were like a god. Okay, you want to worship frogs as a god? We'll give you frogs. We'll give you so many frogs, you won't even, you'll vomit frogs. The Egyptians worshipped gods of agriculture. They thought that certain gods, like the plants and the wheat and all of these things, would give them favor. They worshipped the ground. And God sent gnats and locusts and hail to destroy the crops. They worshipped the sun as a god. They thought the sun was a god. And so what did God do to the sun? He blackened it out for 3 days. He sent darkness. And the number one god in Egypt, the number one false god, was the Pharaoh. They thought the Pharaoh was God. That he was a god. He worshipped the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh had a son. And that son died because of that awful, horrible plague. Death took the son of Pharaoh. And Pharaoh, who was supposed to be a god, had zero power to raise his son from the dead. He could not do it. His son died. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about the death of the wicked. It's a horrible thing when anyone dies, even an enemy. But there are consequences in this world. We get what we sow. And Pharaoh got what he deserved. He was unable to raise his son. Let me introduce to you a different God, a better God, a true God. When Pharaoh was unable to raise his son from the dead, the true and living God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one who appeared to Moses in the bush, raised his son Jesus from the dead. He did what Pharaoh was unable to do, and what all of us are unable to do, because the Lord is the true God. You know what you get out of tonight's message? I hope you get out of tonight's message. Don't mess with God. He's powerful. He's also very loving and kind. So this is not a mean message, but it is a stern one. And if we're going to teach the whole Bible to you, and I believe you can understand all of it, we have to teach the stern parts too. Don't mess with God. Are there any idols in your life? Maybe you don't worship the sun, and you don't worship the Nile, and you don't worship the flies and the frogs. But do you worship anything other than the God of Israel? Because if you do, you want to get rid of that. Do you, like Pharaoh, put conditions on God? Okay, God, I'll follow you if. Or I won't follow you because my mom died. Or because someone I love got cancer, so I'm not going to follow you anymore, God. That's Pharaoh thinking. That's hard-hearted thinking. Or will we be like the people of Israel who acted, they had this word, very important word. Blood messed it up again.
Fear?
It's supposed to say faith.
I can't see it because
Okay, I'll cheat.
Cheat! He's a cheat!
Well, the problem is the red paint doesn't work for this. So when the red paint gets in the way, it messes it up. I want such a perfectionist. It wouldn't even matter. My wife's back there, and I already know something. Good friend.
Probably from Canada.
There we go. It says faith.
Jason, thanks for from Canada.
I'm not from Canada, Jason.
And it's really hurtful when you say you don't want to go to Canada.
Yeah!
I love.
From Canada.
Actually, yeah.
You shouldn't be.
No, I like going to Canada because I can confuse all the people up there. So here's the deal. What color is faith? White? What color is faith? White? Red? How heavy is faith?
Nothing.
Can I get a box of faith?
Nope.
No, you can't see it. It's an abstract concept. But how do you know someone has faith? Does this person have faith? Put blood on their doorpost. Does this person have faith? Do these people have faith? How can you tell? You can't see it.
Oh, they obey.
You can tell by what they do. Real quickly, I'm coming into a close. But now, I didn't do this. I don't want to cause any problems. But if I tell you that I put a bomb in this room, and it's going to go off in 20 seconds, but it's okay, you can live as long as you get up right now and run screaming. How do I know who really has faith in what I said? If you do it, right. If you sit there in the chair and go, oh, that's interesting, you put a bomb in here, okay. No, then I know you don't really believe me. The way we can tell that somebody has true faith in God isn't because they say they have true faith in God. It's by what they do. You can tell by what they do. The people who said, I obey you, God, those are the ones that have faith. And it's always faith that pleases God. God is in control. He's the true God. There are consequences for disobeying Him. But He's good and kind. He gave you a picture of how we're going to get out of this mess. And it has to do with a perfect lamb dying for us. We'll get more of that later. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for bringing us to camp. Thank you that we can have a great time. Thank you for all the counselors and the staff and everybody that works so hard to make sure that everybody has a good time and is well fed and well taken care of and has a clean place to sleep. Thank you, God, that you provided nice weather for us. Thank you, God, for all the things that you do. But we don't want to worship the things that you make. We want to worship you because we love you so much. So we pray, God, for everybody here. We pray that we'll think about what we've learned. We thank you that you are the true God, and there are many false gods trying to get our attention. And we pray, Lord, that we'll say no to them and say yes to you. We love you very much. We thank you for the directions that you've given us in your word that's all about Jesus from beginning to end. We praise you and love you in Jesus' name. Amen.